Katy Perry's 143 just dropped 4 days ago.
I think 143 is really a celebration of all of this love and joy and light.
I'm his dream, I'm his drug, I'm every woman he...
It is called 143 because that's my angel number.
And people's reactions are flooding in. And Katy Perry isn't too worried about how fans are going to react.
It's a little bit less worrisome. It's a little less on the defense.
So obviously Katy Perry's channeling all this love and celebration of all of her previous work on this new album. But the fans weren't exactly receptive to some of the singles. Take Woman's World, for example.
It's a woman's world and you're...
And Lifetimes.
I'm gonna love you till the end and then repeat it.
I know you feel it. Beat it. Well, that mixed reception left album 143 with quite the lackluster amount of listens on Spotify, at least of Katy Perry's stature, debuting at 6 million streams on Spotify. Now, for reference, we have Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, earning 72 million first day of streams. We had Charlie XCX debuting at 15 million, Sabrina debuting at 57 million. And now one could say, well, Katy Perry is an OG artist. She's been doing this for decades. So of course these artists are having their moment, so that's why those numbers exist. But then we can refer to Taylor Swift, who's been in the game for some time now, with 300 million streams on day one, with the Tortured Poets Department. Now, just a few days ago, Katy Perry spent some time in Brazil.
The album is out in Brazil.
And I mean, it makes sense, as Brazil's been showing Katy a lot of love, with Brazil holding #1 for iTunes pre-orders for this album. And Katy holding a sold-out show in Rio. And now Katy's obviously known for the pizza meme, always feeding the fans some pizza. And Katy Perry taking to her Instagram to say, they feed me and I feed them. I don't care how famous you are, you better have washed those hands before you hand me a pizza. But that was really cool of her.
And that, my friends, is a wrap on Brazil.
Now, on the day of the album release, the reviews started flooding in. We had Pitchfork giving the album a 4.5. Yikes. We had Rolling Stone saying, Katy Perry's 143 is a failed attempt to rekindle her glory years. Variety saying Katy Perry struggles to reclaim past glory in the flat 143 album review.
A lot of the songs were written out of this real connection that I found after having my child to this feminine divine, this creative energy. I literally created a whole other brain, a whole set of other organs. I'm like, whoa.
Now, Katy Perry's inspiration of this album, being a mother, being feminine, didn't exactly resonate with some of the music reviewers.
I've already heard it. It's not good.
Lyrically and aesthetically, it truly speaks to nothing and is just an utter disappointment, despite my hopes going into it not being very high.
The Needle Drop giving the album a
decent 2 strong 2 on this thing.
But as Katy Perry says,
the people will
decide.
Will decide. It's for the people. They will decide.
And I agree with that sentiment. That's showing maturity of Katy. It seems like she's handled the criticism well, and I definitely respect that. One of the fan polls online actually rating all the songs, giving it up to Crush,
Is it a crush making me
All the Love, and Truth/Wonder.
the truth? Even if it hurt, they pure, beautiful girl.
That all of the love songs sounds kind of familiar though.
Over the hills and over far away. I'm hoping I am out from LA to below.
Now me myself, I'll go ahead and say, did not like the singles very much. As much as people hold Dr. Luke's production to this colossally high standard, I think he's had some smashes, don't get me wrong, but I think some of the beat choices that he's creating these days sound kind of dated. Some of them work in this Y2K context, some of them don't, some of them just sound so bland. But I agree with the fans. I think there's some deep cuts on this album that actually are noteworthy. I don't think we should just disregard Katy Perry altogether. I think there is a plethora of hate out there that's just unnecessary. And Katy Perry's a mother. She's not in her I kissed a girl era anymore. We gotta celebrate when we can. We gotta celebrate the highs and disregard the lows. But anyway, folks, ta-ta for now.